right, guys. I just kind of cut the intro a little bit early. It kept freezing on my end for some reason. I hope it didn't actually freeze, but what's going on, y'all? We back for some GG and Friends, guys. We've had a little bit of a break. Lots of coverage has been going on lately, so had to just kind of reel it back and then come back when the time was appropriate. And the time is now, y'all, for Venom. Let there be carnage. Let us know what you think down in the comments. I know the room is going to be split here, but we got some awesome other stuff to talk about as well. House of the Dragon. Did anybody see that teaser coming? It just kind of dropped. And it was just like, oh, okay, well, HBO said we're going to drop that. And we're going to drop a Peacemaker teaser as well. Oh, I didn't really vibe with that much, y'all. But guys, we have a very special guest that I am so excited to have back on the stream. We got Tessa from Mama's Geeky, y'all. So I'm excited to chat with her. But first, I'm going to bring in my usual co-host, starting with Christian. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back.
Good to be back, bro. We got Andrew, Luke, and John in the house, as well as Christian Knight. So we got two Christians in the house. But we also want to go to my other co-host, Manda. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome back.
Yeah. Wow. You pressed the wrong button. No, I'm joking. Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be
sorry.
back with you too. And I'm excited for our guest.
Ooh, he said, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, you pressed the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The shade today. My God.
I said, I'll go with a boo then. So glad to have Tessa from Mama's Geeky back on. Hey, Tessa.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, welcome back. Good to have you back on. How are you?
Good. Tired. It's like 9 o'clock at night here, and I'm an old lady, so I'm like, this is. Also, I only slept for like 2 hours yesterday because I did a whole ton of work yesterday, so it's catching up to me. But I'm excited. Let's talk about Venom, and that'll excite me. So
man, yeah, Venom.
Me and main
course of the conversation.
I'm excited.
Of course you are. And me and Christian a little indifferent. I don't want to speak for him, but I got some feelings.
I plead the fifth.
But first, we're going to start out with our usual little game before we get into discussions, which is 1 to 10. We're just going to bring up one trailer teaser, and then we're going to say how we feel anticipating it. Are we 1 all the way to 10, team being the most excited, 1 being the least excited, starting with House of the Dragon, since that came out today. And I'm not going to go first. I'm going to go to our resident high fantasy lover first. I'm going to Christian, man. What you think?
Oh, boy. Well, everyone, I'm not going to lie. I loved it. It was awesome. Like, it dropped at like 5 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And I wake up super early for work because I work in a super early shift. And I was just scrolling through Twitter, and I was like, I was on YouTube. I was like, hold on, does that say House of the Dragon? HBO? I clicked on it. I was in love. This is like my Sopranos show. Like, I absolutely love Game of Thrones. I've read all the books, minus Fire and Blood, which is what this show is kind of based off of, since it's around 200 years before the events of the main show, when the Targaryens were out and about, dragons were everywhere. So I'm very, very excited, and I'm gonna have to start my Game of Thrones rewatch now. So it's fine. I'll watch that series till the day I die.
Amen, brother. Amen. Y'all, I straight up thought there was a black Targaryen in that trailer. I went crazy.
For 2 seconds, I was like, "Oh wait," and I was like, "No, that's not." When you sent it over,
he's a Valerian.
Oh, actually.
Fixes the glasses.
Come on there, Sonny. But we got Kristen Maldonado in the house. Hey. October, 1 out of 10 for her. Ooh-wee. Not a big fantasy fan. Hey, you know what, Kristen? Sci-fi over fantasy for me. So I feel it.
I'm more, it's like 60-40, like 60 high fantasy, sci-fi 40%.
See, I'm the opposite, 70-30.
Oh,
70-30. That feels like
you just bumped it for whatever reason.
Just want to mention we have the Taurus trio back again, baby.
Yes, baby.
I mean,
Taurus trio.
I love you guys, but I feel left out.
Well, you know, you were just born on the wrong side of the force, so.
That's exactly.
You know what, Amanda? It's nighttime. I'm a Gemini moon. I'll be a Gemini tonight.
Hey.
Leo.
Sorry, guys.
Betrayal.
Back to Taurus tomorrow. But Amanda,
Okay.
how are you feeling? 1 to 10.
I love Game of Thrones. The last season doesn't exist.
Real.
The first 3 episodes of the last season exist, and then we just don't talk about the rest. Sorry, Christian. I'm excited. I don't really like Matt Smith, and I didn't really like the vibe that he had going on in the trailer, but everything else looks like awesome, and I'm really happy that we're just getting more Game of Thrones stuff because, you know, they gotta kind of fix that ending. Make us
Matt knows
forget
what
the
I'm talking
ending
about.
somehow. So I'm at a 7. I'm at a 7 out of 10. So I'm excited.
Totally feel that because that ending, y'all. Starbucks, coffee cups everywhere. I'm like,
Oh,
these people
my
just
life.
don't care,
They
man.
did not care at
Not
all.
the first time it's happened on set, Leo.
They
Right.
It's
were-
not the first time, but I mean, in
They were
tandem with
drunk.
people
I
asking
didn't even
them how they
notice it until
felt.
someone told me after the
I think
episode. I
the
was like,
majority of
"Oh my
people didn't
God."
notice it. It was like one person noticed it, and then everyone noticed.
yeah.
And they're like,
oh my
we're
God,
gonna
look
circle
at
this, that big yellow circle. There it is. And then
PowerPoint
it was
presentation.
back.
Y'all, wait,
You
y'all
zoom
was
in
watching and
here.
didn't notice the coffee in the back?
I didn't notice
No,
it.
I
Oh,
swear,
my
I
first-
didn't either.
Like when it first aired, I did not notice it.
I wasn't paying
So like
attention
hours
to that.
later,
I said, look at that lazy shit. And it was right there, right sitting right behind Amelia Clark. Like,
it's
Oh,
happened in
man.
a few other seasons. There was like a White Walker that was like in like modern day clothes. He was like towards the back of one of the.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
But like
he
no
was
one said
dressed in, like, a
anything. But
button-down
now,
shirt.
oh, we get a Starbucks cup on set. It's like,
Because people were
"Ah."
mad, so they're like, "What else can I get mad about?"
Yeah.
You do.
I was like, get out of here.
Yeah,
Tessa, how you
ridiculous.
feeling? 1 to 10, House of the Dragon.
Oh, 10 for me. I'm so excited for this. That's my house anyway. So I'm super excited. And I didn't hate the last season. Like, I'm gonna put it out there. I didn't hate it. I mean, it wasn't fantastic, but like it exists, people. It's there. We have to
Exactly.
embrace it. And I love Game of Thrones. I've read the books. I wish we would finish with the books, but we never will. It's
George.
I'm giving up on that.
George.
Knock, knock, pal.
I've been waiting since high school.
I
Let's
know.
go.
It's like, what are you doing? It's never gonna happen. I think it's unfortunately, but if you guys haven't read the books, I highly recommend doing it.
They're so good.
They're so good, and
gotta
I
read.
want to go back. Like watching this, which I wasn't even knowing it came out. I was at the bus stop and I got a notification that Leo dropped his reaction, and I was like, I can't watch this yet because I have to go. I didn't even know this existed. So then after the girls got on the bus, I like ran inside and did my reaction and was like, oh my gosh, it was just a very pleasant surprise this morning.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, dude. I got an email about it too. I was like, okay, what? But yeah, I knew it was coming out, but I didn't know when. But they just kind of dropped it. And it's a really good trailer too. It's not just like a
Yeah.
title screen to black, whatever. Like we saw a lot of stuff.
So it was really weird to drop it at like a random time. Like
Yeah,
you would think at
right.
least 9 a.m. Eastern time or noon.
Facts.
You know,
5
5
Something
a.m.
normal.
a.m. is like when I drop our podcast episodes and no one listens. That's my time. 5 a.m. for HBO.
So funny.
We got Matt White in the house. What up, man? 8 out of 10. And our boy, Real James.
What
Yay!
up, good
At
James?
8. He's with you, Tessa. Didn't hate the 8th season.
Yeah, see?
Yes.
I gotta side with Amanda on this one. I hated that 8th season.
Gamer,
I
season
hated
8 wasn't bad. It was rushed. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
Thank
Fair.
you. That's a
Yeah.
great
That's
way to
all I'm
put
gonna
it.
It
say.
was rushed.
It should have been 10
I'm gonna
episodes.
agree with you there,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say it was bad, man.
It wasn't
I don't-
bad.
I didn't like the ending. That's it. That's all.
I
did
did,
not
yeah,
like-
That's all it was.
I didn't
I didn't
hate it. Like it definitely has issues, but I'm like, it's whatever.
But it was
It's out
really
there.
rushed. I do agree that it should have been 10 episodes just to stretch it a
Absolutely.
bit more. That's 100%. I agree with that.
HBO was gonna let them do another season. I'm like,
And they were
Y'all
like,
let
man, we're
that
gonna
just
do
drop?
Star Wars.
Yeah. That's what it was.
And then
JHC, I got cast on WandaVision, don't you know? But
Season 2.
Season 2, I'm there. Limited
Hey.
series goes up to 2.
weren't they supposed to
Breaking.
announce something in September?
Oh yeah, they were.
They
Oh,
just,
did
they just dropped the ball on that like Sony did with
Nope.
Hotel Transylvania. That shit's never coming out.
That
Oh,
was so
Sony.
funny.
They
Everyone
forgot. They
They're
forgot.
like,
There's a lot of films I forgot that comes out this year.
I know.
Oh, Sony
There's-
forgot. They said, "Oh yeah, it's supposed to come out on streaming." Whoops, October 1st. Kind of rolled by.
Now it's on like every video YouTube ad you play.
I know.
And it's not even anywhere to be found.
Right.
But y'all, I'm sitting at like a 7 out of 10. I'm cautiously excited. I'm just really nervous after the last season. But we do get like the members of House Valerion, and they all black, so I'm happy as hell. Also, there's like a character in the teaser, and I actually went and watched the IGN video because I had no idea who this character was. It's the little girl that appears like sort of towards the beginning of the trailer. Apparently, she's like in House Targaryen, but like they say that she's a full-blood Valerion and can actually fly a dragon. So I'm like, okay, is this going to kind of prove some
Spicy.
lore that you don't need to be a Targaryen to ride a dragon?
Well,
I
yeah,
think
the
that would be
Targaryens are just, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that's just a quick Game of Thrones history lesson here.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like their whole thing, like their bloodline. Is
Well,
to try
yeah,
to
so
keep it pure for that.
it's kind of like with like Venom, like he's a symbiote, but he's like the runts, like House Targaryen
Yes.
and old
Mhm.
Valeria, they weren't like a really big house. They're just like the house that got lucky and left before all shit hit the fan.
and they
So
and they burned down, y'all. They burned King's Landing down with some dragons and said, "Shoot,
yep,
this is our land." Like,
It's true.
yeah.
I love it.
Aegon came in and said, "Not today." He's like, "I have dragons. What are you gonna do?" And they're like, "Well, shit."
I don't know if this is what their plan is, but I really hope they do different sets of Targaryens. Like, I would love if like we did this wave for season 1, and then we got to a season where we got to see like the Mad King and all the events that led
Yeah.
up to prior
I'm
Game
hoping
of
it does.
Thrones.
That would make
events.
sense.
Cool. Yeah.
That would be
I think
cool.
it's going to cover the Targaryen civil war with the Targaryens and House Blackfire. So
Oh man, that would be tight, man.
Cool.
Tight.
it's going to be some fun stuff. Very
Yeah.
excited.
We got Tyler Calvert in the house. I got cast in WandaVision season 2. So what's up? Ooh, she's geeky. Good to see you, bestie. Yep, lost in TVA. What up, Tatermeister? And just came in here to hear Christian talking Game of Thrones.
Leo was not a
man.
fan of season 8.
I gotta say, I just think that like building a whole character around like breaking barriers and breaking chains and then making her kind of submit to the Targaryen curse towards the end was just. I hope
It can
nobody
happen
got
though.
spoiled.
That could happen.
Yeah, but guys, let's move on to our next one. We're gonna move on to Encanto. Encanto. How we feeling about this one, guys? This looks enchanting, which is I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. So it looks
I think
wonderful.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I'm gonna go to you first, Tessa, because you kind of got a little sneak peek, didn't you?
I did. I've seen about 30 minutes. I think it was like 32 and a half minutes of it. Not the full, like first, they show you like majority, then they like, it's so weird how they do it with Disney. They'll be like, someone will be talking like, oh, and now this happens and this happens. And you see like storyboards and then you see the next scene, which is actually really super cool. I kind of love that stuff. And they left where they left off. I'm like, I need the rest of this movie now. Like, why did you do that to me? Like, they set up so much, and I can't wait because we didn't get to see much of Bruno, which is John. I never pronounce his name right. Leguizamo. You guys know what I'm talking about.
John
Him.
Leguizamo.
Yes, him.
Yeah.
It's his character, which I'm so excited for. And I got to see, I think, 3 or 4 songs, which Lin-Manuel knows what he's doing. I mean, he's so good.
Yeah.
And the whole voice cast is great, and the setup is so good. And I'm at like a 10, and that's just because I got to see part of it, and I'm like dying for the rest of it now. I really like it. I love what they've done with the house and all the different characters, and I'm super excited.
That sounds so exciting. Like, honestly, I really liked Raya and the Last Dragon earlier this year, and I think Disney's gonna take a second swing at it and just have another big hit like that one.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Amanda? 1 to 10?
Well, Tessa just got me so hyped for it, apart from the trailer. It looks really cute. I love the trailer. I think the music's going to be incredible. Obviously, Lin-Manuel Miranda. And the characters seem fun and upbeat and just so wholesome. So yeah, I'm sitting at a 7 out of 10 for Encanto.
How you feeling, Christian?
I'm gonna give it like 8.5. I'm very, very excited. It's just, there's always a little room for worrisomeness, but like I'm very excited to see it. It looks, like something we need at the end of another rough year, to be completely honest.
It's a good way to put
But
it.
yeah, I'm it's Limo. He knows what he's doing, like Tessa said. Like I will watch anything that Len is attached to project wise.
Mm-hmm.
That Vivo, man, I thought that was a little underrated. That it just kind of slipped
it.
under the
Yeah, it was
radar a
pretty
little
good.
bit. Yeah, not too bad of a film. Lin-Manuel's having a huge year with that in the Heights.
Tick, tick, boom.
And then he's got Tick Tick Boom. I'm like, dude, you want to roll like slam dunk.
It's a big year for musicals altogether.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It looks like we're 8.5, 8 out of 10. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a solid 9 out of 10. Like, I'm so excited for this movie. And honestly, I'm just looking forward to like the non-magical character kind of taking the reins and going and being the leader of the journey. I'm curious if she's gonna get any. So here's my theory. I think that she does have abilities, but it's just either they're dormant or it's like some kind of ability that doesn't manifest itself physically. So I think she might have had like an ability all along. Like it's like her heart brings people together or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, come on, she got an ability.
I love it.
Like Captain Planet, heart.
It's like
everybody's like wind, water, fire. And you're like, this dude really said heart, my guy. What the hell you gonna do?
Compassion. It's like Vanya from oh my God.
From Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy, yeah. I was like, okay, she has to have something, but they spun it in a very nice way. I was like, oh, that was very clever. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Speaking of that, I'm kind of sad that Tudum event didn't have no
Umbrella
Academy stuff.
That event came out of nowhere, though.
What was that?
It came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, dude.
I was like,
Netflix was just like, Tudum, we're having
like 3 hours. I'm like, 3 hours?
But it worked.
It did because we all hyped for Cobra Kai, the next Stranger Things.
And as soon as Cowboy Bebop crossed that screen, I turned it off. As soon as Cowboy came, I was like, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
I saw everything else.
Happy? I thought Homeboy said, like, I'm shutting it down, pissed.
I don't know how to feel about that series right now. Not the live action, at least.
I don't know.
I'm excited for it. Cautiously optimistic. That's the right word.
Yeah.
What do we see?
I just want to see Ein, adorable little Ein.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
And what's nice is that, like, in the anime, he's a dog, so he's not like a talking anthropomorphic walking dog. It's like, oh, okay,
he's
perfect.
He's gonna legit a dog.
Just put a dog in here.
Corgi.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the discussion. Yes, I'm talking Venom 2. Let's get into it. I'm gonna get to the more optimistic side of Venom 2 first. I'm gonna start with you, Amanda, because you were hyping this up. I know you're a big fan of Venom.
All right, Amanda, you have 10 seconds on the clock.
Oh my God! I had so much fun. That's it. That's all I can say. No, I think that Tom Hardy knows the source material and he's just having a blast with it. I think he really understands the character, and also Andy Serkis understands what Tom Hardy wanted to do as well. So to have that kind of perfect marriage to bring something that's so over-exaggerated, campy, and just freaking entertaining, like it's out of the pages of the comic. Like I think that was that's something that they nailed. I love Eddie and Venom's relationship. I love that they did it as a love story. I think that was really special and a nice little twist, because I think that Andy Serkis adding that level of romance and then just like that playfulness, I think really worked for them. And then just the Venom and Carnage designs were awesome. They were pure fire, and I feel like they were actual, like they were like solid beings versus two blobs, as like I said that in my review, because like you saw Riot and Venom in the first ones, like two blobs just like fighting each other, and you couldn't tell because it was pitch black. But this one, the designs were sick, so I had a freaking blast. I was dying of laughter, and yeah, Venom 2 was just fun, man. It was just fun.
That first one, I was like, "Are we watching fucking Nickelodeon slime right now?"
I know the blobs were so
Fine
bad.
time.
It was like sticky and all this. Like, oh my god, I'm trying to eat my pancakes. They have syrup on them, but I don't have a fork because I didn't want to wash the dishes.
Lord.
But Tessa, how did you feel about Venom 2?
I basically echo the same exact thing Amanda said. It was so much fun. Like, I watched it at the press screening in New York, and I was like, this is amazing. I love this. It's just, I'm laughing. I'm just smiling ear to ear the whole time because it's just so fun. Like, Venom and Eddie are just, they took what I loved about their banter in the first one and like timed it by 1,000, which was just fantastic. And the, like, when they're fighting each other, like literally fighting each other in the apartment, I was like, they are just going all out. And that's the thing, like Tom Hardy just was like, I'm going to embrace this and this is what I'm going to do. And it's going to be crazy. And I don't even care because people who get it will get it, which is what I loved. And then when I saw it with my family, I brought my girls 8 and 10 years old and they love Venom. They loved the first one. My youngest like cried when she thought Venom was dead at the one part. So to see him in this, she was just so into it and she loved it. And she's like, oh, he gave the finger. And I was like, he did give the finger. Cracking up about it. And then, I mean, she just was like, to see my girls love it and embrace it and just have fun. And then even we're leaving and my husband goes, I mean, that was a bad movie, but it was so much fun. And I'm like, well, yeah, exactly. Like, don't go into it expecting like, it's not going to win awards. Maybe something visually. Because,
the Academy doesn't like
Carnage
superhero
and Venom
movies.
are amazing.
I don't know. According to Tyler down there, man.
I support.
But like, just go in and have fun. Like, just allow yourself to just have fun. That's what these characters are for.
Yep.
I liked it a lot.
100% agree.
And the mid-credit was the best thing ever, by the way.
Yes, and we will definitely get into that because the post-credit had me out of my chair screaming, oh my fucking God, literally.
But Lori started crying, my 8-year-old. She's crying, screaming. It was the whole thing.
I love it.
I'm glad your daughters got to enjoy it. Like, that brings me a lot of joy because I feel the exact opposite, but I'm like so happy that you guys got to all enjoy it as a family. Like, that's wholesome as hell. Like, that's beautiful. But Christian,
No.
You want me to? Okay, hold on. Do you want to start the negative? Because we're like on cloud 9 right now. And I'm
end the stream. It's okay.
We're good. Okay, thank you, everybody. Good night.
It's like, well, not to mention these spoilers, but. So going into the movie, I went into this with like the biggest open mind in the world. I did not like the first Venom at all. I know a lot of people didn't. But it like there were things that it did better. I thought the pacing was better, but it felt a little too fast. It's not, I can't say I hated it because that's a very, very strong word to use, especially for a film. But it just felt like something was really missing for this. And I felt like the conflict between Eddie and Venom was like almost pretty much just the same from the first one, just in a new situation. I liked seeing Carnage. Like I thought the CGI was definitely a step up. With a few of the scenes like the church scene, stuff like that fight scene was pretty cool. A lot shorter than I expected. For some reason, I couldn't really get on. Like I laughed. I had a few of the jokes, especially the convenience store scenes. I think those were like my top laughing moments. The mid-credit scene, of course, we'll get into. I thought that was pretty. I have some thoughts about that. Like it's cool, but I have some concerns. But I don't know. I just thought it was okay. I give it like a 65 out of 100. So that was like
good.
I thought it was all right.
I'll take it.
All I think of now is no one likes you, Dan.
But
such an ass to
it's
Dan.
weird because like I wrote a review for like In Session. I was like, well, it's better than the first, but it's not saying much because the first one had such a low bar. To like the second one had a very low bar to clear from the first. So it's like it was.
I think people who didn't like the first one, this one was like
Yeah.
maybe better or
Like a
just as
step
bad.
up.
But people who liked the first one, like this is
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Amanda and I both you liked the first
We
one.
both
a lot, right?
did. Yeah, we both liked
Yeah,
it.
so
I
I
did
think
not.
that's
Yeah.
part of it. It's that
Yeah.
same. It's the same humor. It's the same stuff.
They
Yeah,
just
times
times
a
it
thousand.
100. Exactly.
Like, so if you hated it, it's just more of it.
Yeah, that is
Like,
true. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, like it was all right. Yeah.
I'll take
65.
it. I'll take it.
I'll take 65. 65. I'll take it.
Leo's
I'm
gonna
like
be like
50, bro,
45.
so that's
Damn.
nice.
I just don't why do we have a Venom movie without Spider-Man? I just
Well,
we
technically,
set that up. No.
technically, listen.
Yeah.
he's in the You know we're gonna get a third one with Thompson too, so get ready. You're gonna hate it just as much, probably, but it's gonna be there.
I will never objectively hate a movie for sure. But yeah.
Get
Leo?
ready for a third one. Leo gets so
You
excited.
would never hate a movie, you said?
I just feel like the word hate is very strong word for like film, like to like passionately actually hate something.
The
Like
Last Airbender, bro.
that was more of a disappointment.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
That was
That's
a
almost worse.
big disappointment.
Yeah, it's like when your parents say, "I'm
Yeah.
not mad at you. I'm just disappointed in you." That's
It
much
hurts
It
worse.
broke my
more.
heart in two, but I did.
It hurts more when it's a disappointment.
It's like,
true,
oh
man. It's
man.
true.
Here's a question: would you guys rather be host to a symbiote or be injected with the super soldier serum?
Symbiote.
Symbiote would
I
be
don't
so
know.
fun.
I want my own Venom. Are you kidding?
Yes.
I do, but like I like my life. Like I
Right.
don't want to
I'm like, I don't need him
It's-
spitting in my face with that bad breath.
See,
I might
me and
have to go-
Tessa
Bite
Bite
just like,
people's heads off. Come on.
so much fun. Come on, you could.
Amanda and I'd run around town. It would be so much fun.
I would have to go super soldier serum.
We'd
Win
run
the
around New
Olympics,
York.
play some football.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what? When we saw the Captain Carter episode,
I was
we
like,
saw that
you know
giving
what?
the serum to somebody who was like already pretty strong already proved to make them like almost super strong. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll take the serum.
No,
Remember, Steve
I'll
I
take
don't
the
want to
serum.
be
like,
some
I want a
buff like
buddy to
Matt.
talk to. Like, come on.
all the time. You always have a friend with you.
24/7.
Exactly. And like Venom made Eddie
Y'all are gonna make
breakfast.
the entire
I
human
would love
race
that. Like, I would love it.
we got
That
us
would
a
be
hot
so
take
fun.
here. Venom over Venom, let there be carnage. I'm gonna do you one better, Larry. Spider-Man 3 over both of them.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Hot
Yes.
take.
No.
Yes.
No, I
Yes.
agree with Tessa.
Yes.
But I love the Spider-Man 3 reference in Venom Let There Be Carnage. I was
Yes.
obsessed with that.
Yeah,
that
was
was
awesome.
I was losing. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many Spider-Man references. I was like, holy, what is happening?
They did a good job. See, that's the exactly. See, guys.
Yeah.
See.
See,
I
I
was
want
happy
to watch
with
that,
it.
but I
Spiders crawling
don't.
on the paper.
Yes,
That's the way you get
yes.
powers.
But I was
Yeah.
so happy with that. Like, I was perfectly fine. Like, if you're making references and callbacks to previous films, like, I was so okay with that.
I have Spider
And
Verse
it's
for
it was a
that.
good way to do it.
Yeah. Because like fans know, the audience will be like, okay, this happened and this happened and this happened, and you just
Right.
click in, and it's still like tied together.
Except I'm with you.
Or maybe I'll catch
Thank
it
God.
on daylight cable or something. Once Disney moves over to the traditional cable method, just have like a Disney Plus channel show.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Leo.
Poor Leo.
Yeah, he
hasn't
hasn't
even-
really given his thoughts. I mean,
I
I
know.
thought I was kind.
again, we're kind of on cloud nine, so I'm like, I'm gonna let everybody finish and kind of let everybody, celebrate because there are some good things about Venom. Let there be carnage. Definitely agree that the designs, especially Carnage, like I was feeling that the forming weapons, the arms, the way it moved seemed so organic and believable. I was like, yo, the Carnage design on point. I don't know
Yep.
if I like Venom with all them veins, but other than that,
Right.
I
Where's
do
the
like the Venom
spider?
design. I want the white spider too, so bad.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're gonna get
Talking
it. So, sounds like we might be headed that
Never
direction.
know.
I think we're
Mhm.
gonna get it pretty soon.
I think we will.
Pretty
I gotta say,
soon.
guys, I was watching this one, and I was literally in the theater like, the editing is horrible on this movie. Absolutely terrible. And that goes hand in hand with the pacing because scenes were literally cut so short. I was like, oh, I thought I was going to get an answer to what they were saying there. I thought maybe I would get to breathe, get to have a couple shots around the room. Nope. We're just going to keep it going. We're going to keep on. And I almost felt like the hour and a half might have harmed it. I don't know if maybe this started out as a 2.5 hour movie because I'm like, yo, I'm feeling these cuts, man. I'm feeling it, y'all. And I got to say, I really enjoyed the gimmick for the first 30 minutes. And then I was like, okay, we're really hitting home with this comedy here. We're really going over and over and over. And it just was killing me that they kept making the same, I don't want to say idiotic, but the same kind of humor for so long. I was just really not into the overkill of the humor. I was not feeling that whatsoever. Editing, pacing, like I said, very bad. I felt like the damn story was damn near non-existent. And then this was almost beat for beat the same movie as the first Venom. And I'm like, that was bad. So why did you go recreate it? Oh yeah, because box office dollars, that's why. And they're going to get a third movie. That's why. So of course they're going to go copy the formula. I do have an unpopular opinion. Woody Harrelson worked for me. I don't know what
I liked him.
He was cool. I didn't mind him.
Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of was like, all right, throw him in. I agree with you, Christian. I would have preferred somebody younger. Was he voicing over somebody younger in the beginning?
I don't know what was in the beginning was a mess.
Because it was a bit off sync. It was a bit off sync. And I was like, Andy, what are you doing? Like, I can tell. So
it was like but then maybe that's why the rest was so good to me because that part was like bad, and then
so
it just.
I
was like,
I gotta can go
there. They didn't need to show him. They could have just had them talking. They didn't have to show. Why did they? That was dumb.
Not at all. I didn't really feel Andy Serkis's voice on this. I didn't feel like his style, maybe I need to go back and watch the Mowgli movie because I haven't seen it. But I was like, this plays beat for beat and feels exactly like the first movie. I don't really feel any differences here.
It's just that Carnage is the bad guy instead of Riot.
Exactly. We're just gonna make him red, give him some arms and weapons.
I mean, I like how like Carnage came to be. Like he sounded like a freaking like prehistoric dinosaur. Like he sounded great though.
He was amazing.
The voice was great.
Yeah,
the voice was awesome. But then, okay, so the symbiotes don't ever get to collide before it gets to the final battle. There's not enough Shriek. Guys, I gotta say, this might be bottom 5 of the year for me. Wow. Like I'm looking at the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, I am sitting at a 4 out of 10 instead of a 5 that I originally gave it.
Damn.
And honestly, the whole thing about the symbiotic relationship between Eddie Brock and the symbiote was kicked off the planet, just like the movie says. But he was kicked off the planet and attracted to Eddie because he had a thirst for revenge, just like Venom did, just like the symbiote Venom did. So that's why he's so attracted to Eddie, because Eddie has the thirst for revenge. But now we're talking about, oh, he's the lethal protector, which is like, okay, you guys are really referencing comics now, but he only takes up that name when Spidey says, go to San Francisco or else. And he goes there and ends up being the lethal protector for like maybe a book, I think 1 volume. And then he's like, all right, I can't do hero shit anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was all over the place for me. I think comic book wise, I'm like, look, I'm a little bit done with the relation, what they did with that relation. I'm a little done with that because I will say this: Spider-Man 3, while the Venom didn't look as cool and Eddie Brock didn't look as cool either, the actual relationship between the symbiote and Eddie Brock and how it happened through the church, him almost committing suicide, I'm like, this is exactly like the comic, exactly. But they didn't do this here. And I think I'm just a little bit sick of the whole Venom-Eddie relationship not being like the comics. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine for adaptation, like from the comics, but it's like, I just don't see, like, if it's okay, if Spider-Man's not in this, it's just like, I don't understand how, because like Venom gets part of his powers from Spider-Man because the symbiote latched on to Peter. Yeah, and then that eventually leads on the Carnage, because Carnage isn't offspring, which we see in this movie, but it's just like, for me, it's just random. But like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, you know, like Tessa said, her kids loved it, and that is really all that matters. That is really all that matters.
That's really all that matters, honestly. Like, because I'm like, look, I'll be at No Way Home happy as hell. And you know, I was kind of like, when they were in the jail, like when he was in jail, like when Cletus was in jail and Eddie was visiting him. I'm like, all right, how you gonna bite him? And then he just like pulls him up. I'm like, these guards are right. Y'all ain't doing nothing. He just took a big old bite out of him like he was.
I know. It's true.
Like I'm just like, my man said chop, but
he said yum yum yum.
Delicioso. Water, baby.
Lego, Lego.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I gotta say, I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad your family enjoyed it, Tessa. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Manda. I'm glad you thought it was okay, Christian. I'm so glad that you guys are not saying.
Like I said, I'm being nice.
Let me tell you, throughout the movie, I heard a lot of.
Really? My theater
was dead quiet.
Yeah, my theater was good.
Well, I gotta say, I went to a press screening and there was only like 5 of us. So disclaimer, there wasn't a ton of people there, but
not gonna lie, I did almost forget to get my ticket the week it came out.
How they've been promoting this movie?
It.
They did.
It was like the 15th or something, right? Or something like that. And then they changed it. Like,
that would if they kept it.
They saw those Shang-Chi numbers. They were like October 1st.
It was very smart to move it where they did.
If they kept it, ooh man, they would have been drowned out by Halloween Kills for sure. That would have been
yeah.
I know that's streaming on Peacock, y'all.
I know that's true.
Yeah, and you know what? That might hurt that. Like to be honest,
100%, because I'm not gonna go to the theater to see it.
I don't think we have Peacock in Canada. I don't think so. I'm saying I don't think
I gotta get a babysitter.
I am not going to theater for that. She said, I'm watching that at home.
Listen, it's not going to be good enough to waste a date night and a babysitter, okay? I'm telling you that right now, and I can't take them to go see
know what? That's a
thing.
fair comparison. That's why the many states in Newark, I'm like, I'm watching this at home. I'm not going to the theater for this.
Same.
Shoot, as soon as they announced Halloween Kills on Peacock, I was like, guess who's watching Halloween Kills on Peacock?
Exactly.
I can't because we don't get it.
Oh, man.
No, I don't think so.
Shit, watch. They probably do. Just like
I just never look. Let me go.
She's
check.
used to Canada getting nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's like HBO Max this, HBO Max that, and I'm like, what are you?
Crave, it'll be there in 3 months.
Crave.
Not fun. Let me check.
I can't believe they're giving it other places,
y'all, because that was the most exciting part of the movie.
Yeah, the post credit. It was. It really was.
I lost
for many reasons.
My whole theater went crazy.
Same.
No one said anything but me. I was like, "Is okay."
Well, I saw it at the press screening, so I was sitting there like waiting for everyone to like get to that point where they connect it all, you know. And I'm like, oh my god! People start screaming, and like someone threw their popcorn, and I was like,
That's so great. Awesome.
Oh my god.
I'm like watching everybody instead of the screen, you know?
Yeah, because like,
ooh, ooh, ooh.
It was so good. Oh my god, it was so good.
Lori, the 8-year-old, stands up and goes, "Does this mean he's in No Way Home?" And started sobbing, and I was like, "I love you."
She's so cute. Oh my god.
I was like, I should have recorded her, but
that was so cute.
Yeah, as soon as I saw J. Jonah Jameson, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
You see that white light? I was like,
I saw that the green screen, the exact same from like the other one. I was like, oh my god! And then it took so long to actually get that shot of just JJ on the screen. But can you get there? Can it happen? Like it's there.
Oh no, it's so great.
Yeah,
yelling.
as soon as I saw my boy, I was like, "Come here, represent."
That's my boy.
Yeah,
I love it.
So let's chat a little bit. Are we all unanimous on this, meaning that he is going to be in No Way Home? Or are we leaning a little bit more towards Multiverse of Madness?
A both, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think he's number 6.
Like, I don't know.
Oh,
because we don't know.
That would be awesome.
I think he's number 6.
I hope, but I get nervous to put all my eggs in that basket. You know, and then be disappointed, right?
For him to be number 6, it's like he doesn't really have a motive for Spider-Man right now. He just sees.
Well, listen, he remember right, exactly, and you get that hive mind. So he's now in this, universe. He can know what has happened with other stuff.
That is true. That is
Also,
true.
he did say in Venom 1, yeah, I moved from Queens. I'm like, oh.
They planted these seeds, my
They
friends.
did. Yep.
Tony riding off the coattails of the MCU.
He's like, he might show up and be like, you're the kid that ruined my career. And then like Venom forms and like, I mean.
Because Peter's still in high school. Because he doesn't have like his.
That Peter is, yeah.
Yeah, that Peter is. So
well, is
maybe,
he going to connect to a different Peter that's there? Because
yeah,
of the
maybe.
multiverse?
Stop it.
He just looks at Andrew Garfield.
I'm gonna cry right now if I see Venom. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
I want to know which like Nexus event or like which event caused them to be into that universe, because we've seen three
the perfect
stuff.
storm. I don't know.
Yeah,
they all just happened at the same time.
Well,
Ooh.
it was kindly pointed out to me that this all happens before that, because the J. Jonah Jameson report is before the Loki
right, but is it
stuff,
the same exact report? I think it is the same. Because does he say Mysterio in it, or is he just talking about?
Oh, I don't
know. He
remember.
doesn't.
I think that was with Mysterio, because he's like public enemy number one. That's when Peter's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband brought it up to me. Was it the same report, or is it like they're continuing talking about it the next day or a couple days later? And I was like,
maybe
it was a continuation because it wasn't the same like image of Peter Parker or Spider-Man. So
that
I
was
think
probably
like
was a
school
continuation.
right.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a second day coverage type of thing.
I don't know. I would say
it's the same day, but definitely within that.
Well, because the picture is him with his Spider-Man costume on, and he's not and all they had before was, hey, it's Peter Parker. Here's the picture.
And he's got the black outline.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a day 2 coverage, fam. Day 2 coverage.
Day 2 coverage.
We're gonna dissect this by the time.
I know. It's Mephisto.
Yeah, Venom licked that screen. I was like,
so did Larry when he saw Tom Holland. Little steamy comment here.
Yes, Larry. Yes, I feel you. It's okay.
Oh man, okay. I was thinking potentially this is a reach. Y'all remember they said that was the lizard in the trailer? I'm like, what if that's Venom?
Electro is there because Jamie Foxx is, told the world.
He doesn't stop talking about it. So.
He hasn't been shutting up about it. So we know it's him. Possibly the Sandman. We don't really know.
Yeah, that was kind of that almost felt like a stretch to me, but.
I'm with you, Tessa. I watched it, reacted. I was like, I didn't see no damn sand.
I know. And then you start to think, because others pointed out, you like kind of see it, but I'm like, am I seeing it because people are like, that's what it is? Or, you know what I mean? Like, people are telling me that's what it is, so now I see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's what I was originally thinking. They would pull 2 villains from each trilogy. So they would go Maguire, Goblin, and Doc Ock. And they go Andrew, they go Lizard and Electro, and then they go Holland, Scorpion, and Vulture.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That could work too.
That could work.
How about Venom post-credit going into Multiverse of Madness, maybe?
I think that makes more sense. Because now I think... Well, sorry, go ahead.
No. After you.
So does this mean that Multiverse of Madness is technically happening like chronologically after No Way Home? I don't know
or simultaneously.
It was supposed to come out earlier this year, so it's like I don't know.
So because it would be kind of weird if Multiverse of Madness dropped and then they were like, let's zoom on back to Spidey, the next movie. This is years prior.
Did everything like change though when they moved stuff around? Did they change like?
I don't know.
Eventually, we'll be able to watch this in chronological order. Like we're gonna start with WandaVision and then go to Multiverse of Madness and then go to Loki and then go to No Way Home and just do that
all over the place.
Too bad we can't watch them all literally at the exact same time to see how the hell.
Like 1,000 different voices speaking at once.
We're gonna miss something, and then it's so hard.
It's tough.
It's
different if it's a trilogy, but this is I don't even know what this is.
It's like
so do you guys think he's there part of the 6, or do you think he's there to help Tom Holland?
I mean, he might eventually help Tom Holland, but I don't think it'll start like that. I think it would start with you know.
They need to build that because they can't.
This is
just,
tough
shove them in there.
because we really don't know.
Matt
Right,
brings up
we
a
don't
good
know at
point
all.
that Tom Holland Spider-Man could be like the perfect host for Venom or something.
Oh, if they do that.
I mean,
Amanda will die.
everything's flipped around.
I mean, he's Spider-Man
Venom
3, fam. Like,
Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man 3. I said it. Yeah, I said it. I played the game religiously too on PS2. Like I was obsessed
Oh,
with that
like
game.
that
So
game.
I'm gonna give you a
It was
head nod on
great.
that one. I'm gonna give
it
you a
was
That was
head
fun.
nod.
Okay, I
No,
know.
no,
No, I thought it
No,
was
the game
yeah,
is
I used to
fun.
play it.
Oh,
I like
movie.
the game.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
The game
She
and
is
the
playing
movie.
it
I'm
too, though.
like,
I like the game.
Okay, thank God.
The movie.
It was fun. It was fun. I think that No Way Home, and I hope it doesn't do this. Spider-Man 3 tried to incorporate way too much, and I feel like all of those
Yes.
villains coming to. I don't want that to happen with No Way Home getting all these people in there. Like that's my only fear. The
And
only
Daredevil.
thing.
I know.
And Charlie. So I don't know. That's
Do we know how long it is? Have they said how long it is? I bet you it's so
It's
I
got to
think
be
it's gonna
3
be-
3
hours.
hours. If it's not 3
I think
hours,
it's going to be a two-parter.
You
I think, it's
think?
gonna be- I think
Don't
so.
say that.
I think
oh my
so.
God.
It's called No Way Home. He's got to be stuck somewhere. I'm thinking it's a two-parter.
they're gonna pull a Dune.
No, but
Dune
are they
part
gonna
one.
stick him somewhere and then he's
Maybe.
multiverse of madness though?
Us? Well, I mean, like,
what if it just says like,
know.
Oh, yeah,
if
they
the
could-
title credit comes up and it's just like part 1 underneath?
Spider-Man
Yeah,
will
700.
return.
as soon as you walk into the theater, wait, what?
Am I on the right movie?
It's like, oh hell.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's just a feeling, but I could be wrong. But if anything, it has to be at least 3 hours.
I feel like it's gonna have to get. I don't think it'll get resolved in No Way Home, but I think it'll get resolved in like Multiverse of Madness. Because how are they gonna have that and then have a second? No, I don't know how that would work.
I don't know either.
And he's not under contract for another Spider-Man, so I don't think they'll split it.
I mean, they're definitely
Right.
going. Like Sony and Marvel have to at this point. They have to play
Yeah.
nice for the sake of Spider-Man,
You
Yeah.
know
They
what I
will.
didn't
No
think
way.
about, y'all?
especially after this post-credit scene.
The end of Eternals. What is that going to
Oh.
do to the rest of it? Because I'm
I'll
like,
tell y'all in 2 weeks.
Oh, she said,
I'm ready for that tea.
twirly
Thank you.
mustache.
Yeah, actually, 2 weeks from tonight, I will have already seen it. Yeah, because it's Monday night. It's less than 2
Nice.
weeks.
I
Well,
love that.
Super
I
dope.
love it.
That is awesome.
Yay, Tessa.
I'll be at a second premiere 2 weeks from tonight. I'm gonna be tired, y'all. It's
Woo!
gonna be exhausting.
premiere after premiere. Look at
Two
you.
premieres in a row.
Nice.
Darn.
Right.
I poor me. No. I'm excited.
They've really ramped up the marketing for Eternals lately too, so they're
Yeah.
like on that whole.
I'm
snap.
stopping. I've stopped watching, knowing I'm going to the premiere and like that's when I'm seeing it. I'm not watching the stuff anymore because I want to I feel like it's too much, and I know it's coming soon enough that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ignore
No, it's fair.
the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
I stopped watching TV spots and stuff such a long time
Yeah.
ago. I'm like, I can't, because they do
They
spoil
give
a
way too
lot.
much. They
They
do.
do. So I'm like,
You don't
nah.
realize it in the time, but when as soon as that scene starts in the movie, you're like, oh, I know it.
It's like, why would you show us this?
I
I
do
know,
have to
it's too
say they've been
know.
they've been pretty good this time because all it is like action shots of like Thena
That's
just like
true.
Fair.
Yeah.
drawing a sword,
Flexing.
and Gilgamesh like
Yeah.
punching a deviant. I'm
Oh
like,
my
okay,
God. She looks
It's
amazing.
like Avengers Endgame marketing all over again.
So
People kept
excited.
complaining about it. They're like, oh, Disney's spoiling their own movie.
I
It's
sure
like,
And then
didn't
you're
watch
like,
shit
no.
on Endgame. I watched the trailer. And I was like,
Nada. That and Infinity War, nothing. I watched the first trailer. Bye. Not watching
same.
anything
I
else.
was like,
dude, those
Yeah.
trailers
it.
tricked us.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I don't trust a
There's-
Marvel trailer as far as I can go. Anyway, they're
Especially
like,
No
"Look,
Way
we're gonna
Home.
put Hulk here fighting in this fight. He's not
I
even
wasn't
old in the movie."
Yeah.
We were talking a few weeks ago that, like, even for No Way Home, I feel like there's a few hidden scenes in there. There has to be.
did
I'm
you guys know
wondering-
that?
Oh, go
Wait,
ahead.
what were you saying, Tessa?
I was just gonna say when I saw it on the big screen in IMAX, I was like watching it more before Venom, and I thought, is that evil Doctor Strange like fighting Spider-Man on the train? That I really
Yeah.
get those vibes.
Yep.
Like,
It
Yeah.
has to be.
I feel
It's-
like
There's
it
no
would-
way that's the actual Doctor Strange. There's no way.
Mephisto.
what?
Amanda,
Wait,
no.
what did you say, Amanda?
No more.
Nothing.
We're not
That,
opening up
that was the
Pandora's
devil.
box
That
tonight.
was Venom who just said it wasn't me.
You have a Cynthia on that top.
I was the real femme.
She Venom, which, by the way, every time it takes over Anne, I'm like, she Venom. Like, I just
I
get like
know.
so crazy.
And what I love is like Michelle Williams is so committed to this character too,
Yes.
and she's having so much fun. When she was flirting, I was like
Oh my God,
Michelle.
that was so. And Dan's
was
like,
like-
I'm right here.
it was perfect. She's like, shut up. And I was
She's like, you're the
right.
sexy one. I loved it.
And then Venom was just like falling. Oh my God, I love
He's
that
like,
scene so
ooh.
much.
That was funny, I will say.
And sure didn't commit to that
Like,
wig.
it's so funny.
I didn't even notice the wig until you pointed it out to me, Leo. I was like,
That
was I-
scene where she's talking to Mrs. Chin, that wig was like tipped over. I was like, what the hell?
I didn't
Somebody
notice.
get her
I
wig tight.
noticed.
Nothing.
But it
It's
was a
better
good
than the
scene.
wig from Cletus Cassidy in the post-credit scene from Venom 1. I was
Ooh,
like,
I
know.
what?
I
is
love those.
that?
That was like a perfect curl. I don't know what you're talking about. It was great.
That
I will
was
say-
so obvious. I was like,
Yep, I know.
this man went down to the dollar cent store and picked him out a wig and said, okay, let's
Hey,
shoot this
hey,
post-credit
this
scene.
scene.
nothing beats the Inhumans wig.
I
That
haven't
was-
seen it on purpose. I'm staying
Oh my
away.
God, that Inhumans.
I didn't watch it. I
That
just
is
saw the
literally
trailer.
the
and I'm
worst
like,
wig I've ever seen in my
I'm
life.
good.
Literally, Black Bolt is a character that is mute, so he can't talk, and that is just the worst way to adapt a character, to have him literally grunt super loud to activate his power. I'm like, this is bad as fuck. Please cancel this shit, and they did. Thank God. Just like
They listened to
Iron
you,
Fist.
Leo.
Just
Huh?
like Iron Fist.
Netflix
what?
keeps recommending Iron Fist to us, and I'm like, who watched this in this family? I stopped, and my mom's like, randomly, like, Ma, why is Iron Fist like on our Netflix? She's like, oh, I started watching it. It's good. I'm like, get out.
You're like,
I
no,
was-
you can
I was like,
move now.
Bye.
You can leave.
You mind an Iron Fist spoiler?
Go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
I
never
don't
gonna
think
watch it.
anyone cares, to be honest with you.
There.
Tessa, are you going
Spoiler
through Iron
warning,
Fist? I don't
there
want to
you go.
spoil it for anybody.
No,
I'm
you're
fine.
good.
I don't plan to watch it. Probably.
I
Okay,
don't
so
care.
Colleen Wing becomes Iron Fist, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm
Oh.
down for that. Because
I
I couldn't
mean-
stand Danny Rand.
But can't they put her in the movie then? It's just-
That's what I'm
I hope
saying.
they
Like
use her.
Shang-Chi Part 2. Get her
Yeah.
in there. Her
Down.
and Shang-Chi work together with the new Luke
Down.
Cage, and they make the fucking heroes for hire. Okay, sorry.
There we
Down.
go.
He's
Look,
he
Leo's
went
doing the
off.
work for you guys.
Exactly.
Kevin Feige, call him up. Let's go.
Gabe,
Gabe?
Hey,
What's up,
Gabriel.
Gabe?
Amanda's not the only one defending Venom, so she's not
Yes,
alone.
yes.
this
I
time.
actually know she's
I
not.
have
the
a
only one, but-
partner. Yay.
Venom.
Venom versus
Venom,
Fist.
yeah.
Yes. Venom agrees. He just told me in my head. That was good.
Okay, so it sounds like we're kind of split. Venom might be good, he might be bad, maybe he's
I don't know.
I know. I don't know. It's hard. So if he's gonna end up being good, he's gonna start being bad. I think it's gonna be the same like with Yelena when she goes into Hawkeye. She's gonna come in as like a villain, and then they'll be happy and
Yeah,
Yeah.
her and
Yeah.
Haley will talk, and
right. Exactly. They're
I'm
not
so
gonna.
excited for that show.
I can't wait.
I'm excited.
Ugh.
I'm very excited.
Christmas time theme
Oh, it's gonna be
too.
so
Love
good.
it.
It's gonna be so
Yeah.
good.
It's this time of year.
But wait, how did he get there?
Who?
Eddie, how did he get into that universe?
So
Venom
remember when
works
Venom
magic.
was gonna like show him like all this mythos stuff from like his home planet, and then we just see like that, you know, jumble like
Ripple.
bright light,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It's like a ripple,
so we don't
ripple.
know which event caused that at all. So
Or all
and
of
then
It's Loki's
yeah,
fault.
all of them. And Eddie's
blame-
like, he's like, what did you do? And Venom's like, nothing.
But I also wonder, did he inadvertently team up with this? Like how? I don't know. It's all so crazy.
Yeah,
All this
They were like,
crap
we can bring
happening.
Venom into MCU. We're doing the multiverse. Anything can happen.
I don't think they. I think they're just like exactly. They're like, we can do whatever
Don't
the hell
think
we
about
want,
it.
and
go
just
with it.
even if it doesn't make sense, it's like, but it's the multiverse. It's like we can do whatever.
It literally said
Didn't
in the
they
last
literally
episode
say that?
of
in
What If.
Yes.
I was like, oh shit, they said it.
They're like, listen,
Exactly.
for anybody who tries to
It's
tell
like,
otherwise.
there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Zach brings up
Zach!
a great point. By the way, what's up, homie?
What's up,
Hey,
Zach?
See you? Number 3 of Critics Play Games, me and Christian and Zach's gaming
yeah.
YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out. But he's saying Venom's a good guy. I think Venom gets attached to Peter. Eddie starts to hate Peter over this.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Venom is going to get attached to Peter at some point for sure.
I like that.
I would almost bet money on it. I wouldn't actually bet money on it, but I would almost bet because it just feels like it's right there. Why would you not?
And they had to do the black suit Spider-Man the right way, not Night Monkey.
I love Night Monkey.
I do. I just want to see
shirt.
the classic. I want to see the classic symbiote Spider-Man suit.
I know.
We didn't get in Spider-Man PS4. We might be getting in Spider-Man 2.
Guys, No Way Home has a black Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think it's that one.
But I don't think it's that.
Honestly, Leo, I hope you're right because I would scream. But like,
I was like, what else would it really be? I mean, there's like some video game suits that it's based off of. It kind of looks like Miles' Uptown Pride suit. It kind of looks like his Doc Ock suit, like his Doc Ock killer suit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, when he's like running through Feast or whatever.
Yep. Because it's a black suit. I'm like, is that the symbiote on him? Like,
I know. Well, that's the other thing. It's a trailer, so they could be like, "Here, we're going to make it look like a suit," and then in the movie, it's clearly a symbiote. Or you never know. Well, that's why I don't trust
they're
trailers.
But like, that's what I like about the trailers. Like, I can watch them over and over, and then know that it's going to be different. I just don't know how.
Yeah,
you know what the girls pointed out, which I thought was so funny. They pointed out that the breakfast or whatever that Venom serves Eddie in the trailer is different than what he got in the. They go, that's different. I'm like, that's what you like recognize. Damn. I did go back and look, and it is different. So
look at them catching it.
It's similar, but like, but that you know what I'm talking about when he throws all the food at him. It was different. I'm like, good for you girls. You paid attention.
I love it so much. And the ketchup goes all over him.
Editing for trailers and what's actually in the movie.
I don't think that's Tom towards the cars.
No, I think it's
that is a Tobey Maguire pose. That is a Tobey pose.
Toby, 100%.
Got the Toby outfit on from 3. I'm like, yeah,
even
Toby,
his shoulders. I'm like, they didn't do this properly.
That was a Toby pose.
Oh my god!
Like they hit copy paste on that thing.
I know my boy. I know. That's my Spider-Man. Like
something Zach caught on third rewatch is that Venom says it's not my fault, thinking it's a splice between Doctor Strange, Loki, and Wanda all fucking shit up.
Right.
I definitely think that like Wanda getting up and being like, hearing that. Plus the Sylvie thing, plus the Doctor Strange spell, all happen at the same time. Like,
there's like a cut someone made out there of all that stuff happening.
And maybe even Shang-Chi doing the ring thing. That might be a
and maybe some from What If, like they're throwing all that in there. You never know.
Yeah, because Ultron is on the loose and What If.
I know.
I'm stressed.
I was like, dang, this dude is out for the kill. Like, he's just, I was like, oh, like he actually means business. God. It's not just like, oh, he's the bad guy. Like, no, he said, who was that? I was like, uh-oh.
I know.
I was like, oh.
Crazy.
You talk about Ultron?
Ultron.
Yeah.
He zapped Thanos. He just came in and said,
I want him to come back.
That was...
He needs to come back. That's it.
I'm kind of got an attitude because I'm like, all right, Vision could have did this the whole fucking time.
I did want to see Thanos versus Ultron. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wanted to see that.
Multiverse. Just
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. There's other Thanoses out there.
Right, exactly.
Josh Brolin has to come back and die 4 times in every single.
Listen, if Iron Man has to do it, then why can't we share and everybody else has to die a million times?
Right.
Too?
Oh my god, I would fucking pay to see that live action of Thanos is getting split in half by Paul Bettany.
That would be.
We need a compilation video.
Or Ant-Man.
Hey, what if Ant-Man actually went with the original plan and went up Thanos' ass?
I don't want him to go through that pain, okay? I don't want him to see such things. That's also another one that we don't even think about because Quantumanium is going to be pretty freaking wild too, and we're not even thinking about that.
Because Kang's gonna be in
Because it
that.
feels so.
Yeah.
It feels like let's get through this.
Yes, it's like this is the first hurdle.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, this isn't even just like, okay, we're doing like 2 or 3 multiverse movies and that's it. It's like, no, they're keeping this going for a
It's
while.
the whole phase. They even said it was during one of the junkets. I think it was during the What If junket. Kevin Feige was like, that's what this phase is the multiverse. So it's going to be literally everything in this phase. The multiverse is the center of it. And so anything that happens can just be undone or redone or with new thing. I don't know what's going to happen.
And how long is this phase going to last for? That's another question. We don't know.
Have they officially said? I don't think
No,
they
I don't
have.
think
It's
so.
going to be forever.
That was Venom again.
I think we're getting everything. We're getting mutants. We're getting obviously Blades in this.
Yeah. I think
phase as
Blade
well.
is in this phase, yeah.
Fantastic
Okay.
Four. And
Marvel
mutants.
India dropped a little teaser poster earlier.
And they
I
were
think that's
wrong.
an error, man. That ain't,
Yeah, there's
that ain't
no
coming
way.
2022.
No, because
No,
it starts
no.
filming in like July or pre-production in July, not
Yeah.
even filming, right? So
Unless
like, how's
Kevin
it
just
gonna be
surprises
out?
us and shit. I don't
Unless,
know.
do we have casting? We don't have casting for Fantastic Four yet. I don't think
No.
so.
No,
They
I
haven't.
don't.
They haven't said anything.
It's,
He
I don't know.
said, "I want it so bad."
No, I'm so nervous, guys.
I'm so
Really?
nervous too, Leo. The thing is, they've never had a good Fantastic Four.
No, they haven't.
Never. And it's terrifying. But I think if anyone can pull it off, it is
It's
to
John
have
Krasinski.
Kevin
Yeah.
figuring this out. And my main thing is I do not want an origin story. I don't want it. Don't do it.
No.
Get right
Do
in it.
exactly like you did
Bet.
with Tom Holland with the
Yes.
it bit me, it's dead.
He's
Move
there.
along.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
I think
That's what we need.
introduction films are better suited. Like
Yeah.
for Shang-Chi, like I guess it was kind of origin, but it was more of an introduction.
But it was
just,
more of an introduction.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the way a lot of these new
It has to
movies.
be.
I think the last
So-
origin one we got was Captain Marvel, and I think that's the reason why people didn't like it so much. Because
So
it
they're not
was
good.
It wasn't that
They're
great.
not good, but that
I'm really
first,
tired of it.
The first two Fantastic Four movies were still pretty fun. Like,
I mean,
I
absolutely.
enjoyed them. You know what? It's
But not
like
good.
Jessica Alba all day.
I personally think that Ian Grufford did a fantastic job as Reed Richards. I thought he was
A
wicked.
fantastic job.
Back then, we were still figuring
Again,
out CGI,
Venom,
so
like,
you give them the
possessed
pass.
No,
that was
but
a good
I
one. That was a
I-
good one.
I'm
That was
trying
But
a
to
good
that Fan Four Stick one, I was like,
Fan Four Stick doesn't exist. We don't talk about Fan Four Stick
It's
with the
out
18
there.
black
It's out
screens, which I
there.
counted. We're not going to get into that.
Which I
I'm not
counted.
joking. I was that bored. I'm like, 1, 2. I'm like, how many black screens to Showtime passing? Let's not do this, right?
I
So-
watched a video from the Weekly Planet, and they counted how many times people could actually figure out if Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Like every single
Yeah.
like crazy athletic thing he did, no one just thought, oh, maybe this kid's Spider-Man.
right.
London flipping on buildings and shit. You're,
Yeah.
I guess that I guess
Andrew
this
Garfield
man is like
dunking
all
on
the parkour
Flash.
runner.
He's not Spider-Man. He just completely broke the entire rim.
Right.
Just
He's got
natural.
really good at basketball.
Yeah.
Right? He's
You're
been
practicing, like,
practicing
really hard.
Right. Exactly. That's what he does with all his time now is practice basketball.
I've been practicing really hard, guys.
He sure did need Andrew Garfield's suit for that basketball practice.
I'll just send you guys that video. It is so funny. It's hilarious.
That sounds funny.
What's going on, Daniel from the Mark
Oh,
Show?
boy.
What's up?
We just talking a little Venom 2 post credit. And I guess we should move on to our last little bit of the stream, y'all.
We're doing Halloween stuff or no?
Yeah, a
Oh,
little bit of
okay.
horror. What we've been watching this month, horror wise, some recommendations. I know Amanda's gonna say Scream, so I'm gonna take that one.
It's like I take Zack Snyder's Justice League from that draft.
So I was gonna pick that if it came to me first. But I was
Is
like,
it?
Yeah,
My
because
man
we were
got it.
talking about it that day. I'm like, you're not going to take it. I'm like, you're not
I was
taking
like,
Zack
yeah.
Snyder's
I was, I was last pick, Tessa. Last pick, and I got
Pick.
last pick, and I got Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Because I took the
That's
Winter
impressive.
Soldier instead.
Yeah, well, you live and you learn.
I
I can't
actually,
believe I got robbed of Into the Spider-Verse.
You
Robbed.
did.
you got robbed
did.
like 5
Yes.
times. Let's be real.
Yes.
Every single
I'm
pick, Leo,
sorry.
you were robbed. Those were. It was bad.
Logan.
Yeah.
By Hannah. You're right,
Hannah's
Ian.
book.
First Class. I was like, she picked First Class, and then it comes to me next, and I'm like, X-Men First Class. Tessa had to be quiet because I was staying in the Airbnb and there was a noise happening, so I got in trouble.
That
So I
was
had to be
so
quiet.
sad.
You got in trouble?
Yeah, I
That was
did.
so
Like
bad.
the front desk person was like, "Hey man, you got to turn that off," and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just be quiet."
Yeah.
And so I was talking the whole stream, and I was talking.
Hey
like
guys,
this.
I'm still here.
It was like ASMR.
Hey, I was gonna say.
ASMR.
Now that it's my turn, I'm gonna pick. Yeah, it was shit like that. But I'm gonna go to you first, Amanda.
Oh,
Or
God.
what you been watching, and what's one recommendation?
Well, one recommendation, always, I'm probably stealing this from Christian. It is Dr. Sleep by Mike Flanagan. I'm so sorry that I took it from you. I love that movie. I see. Payback is up. No.
This ain't no
But
draft.
I still haven't seen it.
It's so good.
I haven't seen
Leo.
it
It is very
You guys
good.
need to watch it. I'm doing a double feature of The Shining and Dr. Sleep. I didn't do it last year, but I'm going to do it this year. To me, it's like I read the book as well for Dr. Sleep, and I think that Flanagan did a perfect job in like adapting the book and then also paying homage to like Kubrick's The Shining. And it's like really hard to like marry that because it's two different styles and tones, but he did
Mhm.
it perfectly.
See, that's
So,
good to know because I have the book.
yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, I thought they did like he did a great job with it, but like, yeah, definitely Dr. Sleep. I just watched Final Destination for the first time last night.
What?
I
Amanda!
know.
First time?
First time I stayed
the
awake.
first time?
I told you I was
Those
like a
movies
horror
Yeah.
are so
virgin.
fun.
I was a horror virgin. I'm telling you, it was like the first time that I've ever watched it. I loved it. I thought it was so much
Yeah,
fun. I was
it's so
laughing.
good.
It's so good. Laughing with all of those kills, like it was great.
Oh,
And
they
like,
get better and better. The
A
kills
little
get
roller
better.
coaster nail coming out.
The
the
kills.
kills, as long as the kills are good, like I'm
The
good.
kill. There's some of my
Yeah.
favorite kills in the whole world. Although I
Yeah.
hate driving behind a log truck now, and every
That's why I was
No.
always scared to like watch them because I'm like, these are actual situations that could happen and everyone's like
Uh-huh.
anxious about. So then
Like
I watched
legit
it.
situations.
Is the
yeah.
first one the
Exactly.
roller coaster one?
No, the first one's
That must be the,
The
second
plane.
one because
The
the
first
roller
one's
coaster.
the plane.
starts off with the
Okay.
plane,
And
and
the
then
train.
Yeah,
Train.
yep, okay.
Yeah,
remember
but I
the
had a
live truck.
blast. Yeah, I can't wait
Yeah.
to watch the rest of them. Like I
Oh,
had a
they're
blast
fun.
with them. So
It's
yeah.
either two or three. There's like a roller coaster malfunction. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think
No.
it's the third one. It might be the second one. I know exactly what you're talking about. That one's crazy. Leo.
Yeah, that one was. I was like, I'm not going on
The
that damn roller
glass is
coaster.
crazy too. Is the glass in the first one or the second one? The sheet of glass that falls from the. Did that happen?
Second one, I think.
So,
I think that's the second one. See, they're so easy to blend together.
Because they're not great after the first one.
No.
It's just you're there for the
Is it
kills.
once you've seen like the first like three?
Just like Saw. I'm like, which puzzle was that in? I can't remember. Which movie was that
true.
puzzle in?
I can't wait.
They have to try like
Excited.
really hard to be like, hey, this is in this movie.
Okay, so recommendation, we've got first time you watch Final Destination and recommendation Dr.
Dr.
Sleep,
Sleep,
stolen from
always.
Christian.
Sorry.
Tessa, you saw Soho.
Yep, man, and I did.
We-
Listen, I literally was almost in her lap
What?
at one point. It's true. She's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, no. I just
I felt
want-
so bad.
I just-
No, and then like I got close to you. I was like, no,
yeah, we're like cuddling during it. We're like, this is fun. As it's going on, we're like, what is happening? I'm gonna have nightmares. I had nightmares for like
me too.
a week, I think, probably. Like legit, like real. There's a certain thing, I'm not
Yeah.
ruining it.
Mm,
Towards the end, there's things that you will see that
it
man
stays
knows exactly
with
what I'm
you.
talking about. It stays with you. And
Yeah.
it's so good. Like, I cannot wait to see this again. My husband
Same.
hates seeing horror movies in the theater with me because I always freak out. Amanda
Shit, I
knows.
get it.
It's okay, I love it. It's fine. I got you.
Because I jump into his lap, into his seat. And I told him, I said, I don't even care. Like, this is what I want. Like, my one thing this, like, for a year is like, I want you to go see this
Yeah.
movie in theaters. Like, I'm dying to see it again.
It's so good.
It's so good because it's like a thriller and a horror and like,
Yeah.
and it's just good. It's so good. Like,
Sure looks better than Wolf, which is what me and Amanda saw. It's just George McKay and Lily Rose Depp crawling on all fours for 2 hours.
I regret it. I regret
That shit
Leo.
was
I
Is this part of
swear.
the animal
Leo-
universe
Leo-
thing with pig, dog, and everything else? Part
Yes,
of
we
the dog?
acting like
Leo was
epic
sitting in
Lamb.
front of me. Leo was sitting in front of me. So everything that went bad in the movie, he was like with his pen, like jotting it down. And his notebook, I'm like, oh, he's pissed. This is not going the way he wanted.
Yeah,
was
let's just say I was
dying.
writing down like a lot of questions, like
I was dying.
what's going on?
Why are they on all fours?
That's how I felt during Don't Breathe 2. Lord.
Oh my god.
I didn't even see. So I didn't see that because I never saw the first one.
Same,
Okay,
Tessa,
I would
same.
say watch the first one. But don't even bother watching the second one.
They just didn't have to go there in the first one. That's all I'm gonna say. They didn't have to go there.
The first one, yeah, that was.
Watching. I don't need to be scarred. I'm good.
Yeah.
Come on, too late for me.
Like a turkey baster, bro. I just like
I'll bear the mark.
Choices were made.
Whooshi's Geeky recommends Scream and gotta be the basic white girl, Hocus Pocus. Well,
Hocus Pocus
I'm not a
is
basic
fun.
white girl and I love
I
Hocus
love
Pocus.
Hocus
so.
Hocus Pocus is so much fun. There's gonna be another one. I'm nervous about it. But
Same.
Midnight Mass was super good too, guys. That counts.
Watch
I
it.
still haven't
Yeah.
watched it.
Watch.
You haven't watched it yet,
Leo?
Cause I'm on
Ew.
you season 3. Like it just kind of like
Wait,
I had to
you
get
haven't
on my
been
block.
waiting on.
I'm
Oh.
so
When did you
behind.
get you season 3?
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
I
on
just
it.
got it. Well, I just reached out today and then got it later this afternoon.
Oh, I got it.
Well,
like a
no, that
month
was
ago.
yesterday, and I've been watching. I'm on episode 4.
I gotta read.
I'm still
I gotta
waiting on
watch
a few
again.
things I got to reach out about again.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
reach out.
I got it after the trailer. I reached out and I got it that day, whenever
Nice.
the trailer was. So a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, that does happen
now.
That's
sometimes.
quick, man.
That's what I always do.
That's
'cause
the
I'm
Leo
thinking
guy
about
with
it.
Titans. I was like, man, pulling teeth for me. It was crazy.
I gotta try again. They said they would let me know when it's available. I'm like,
You? Season
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like-
reach out again because it's
yeah,
definitely
they dropped
available.
it.
They do
Yeah.
that
They
stuff
said we
all the
gonna
time.
rock
And
that
Embargo is
They
Monday.
said,
it was
"Here
like
you go."
4 different people said it. I was and like including you guys, and I'm like, well, okay. I was
Yeah,
like,
because Embargo is on Monday. So
Yeah, it is.
definitely
It's
reach
coming
Oh,
out.
out.
Tessa,
yeah, that, you
Tessa,
should
I'm
definitely reach
telling
out
you,
again. Definitely
they
reach out.
send it to me the day before every
Man.
a full
Oh, but
But
season.
it's like you gotta watch
The
a
day
whole-
before.
Yeah,
And I
That's what HBO
rushed.
Max did with
It
me, the Fresh
sucks.
Prince of Bel-Air reunion. I was like, the day before,
I
really?
was like,
There's
it
no
sucks.
point.
Like,
right.
I
What's
can't.
Oh yeah, I'll do you guys one better. You want to know what I think Manda and Leo know this story. I was mad. So I asked for everybody's talking about Jamie, like back when the trailer came out, whatever, right? Then I followed
I know
up.
this story.
Then I followed up again, and this is like a week before when I know people are getting it, and they're
Yeah.
like, "We don't have screeners this time." I'm like, "All right, fine, whatever." The day it came out, they literally emailed me, "It's out. We're wondering if you were planning on reviewing it." No, I'm not planning on reviewing it.
Oh, I
I
would have been
was
so
pissed.
pissed. Like, listen, no.
That's not right.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like,
reached
even if
out
I
to
watch
me.
it, I'm not writing about
It's
it.
like, well, I didn't get the screener, so
I did. I wrote him
Exactly.
back and I said, I asked multiple times for the screeners and we're told you couldn't accommodate. So unfortunately now my schedule is full as I don't cover
there you
movies
go. Kill with
after they're
kindness.
already released.
That is.
I love it.
There you go. That's the way to do it. That's the way to handle
Where I
it.
really wanted to say other choice words, but
Yeah.
instead I
That makes them feel super bad. They're like, oh.
Oh, Tessa, what's one horror recommendation you got?
Right.
recommendation?
Yeah, one horror movie.
I mean,
Could be any movie.
last night I'm gonna go with Last Night in Soho because it's coming out end of the month, and like I feel like when does it come out? The 29th, right?
Yeah.
You gotta see
Yeah.
it. People gotta see it that weekend. It's so good.
It's so good.
Amanda knows. She gets it.
I got you.
And
Oh,
I'm
so
like,
excited.
the fact that I can't. How long ago was that? Like 3 weeks? That was a while ago.
Yeah, and we're like still talking
And I'm
about it. We're
still-
still
I
thinking
can't-
about it. Yeah.
And
I'm
I've got to
singing
see it again.
Tessa, I've been humming the song.
Yes,
like
do.
randomly. Like from the like I was just like, why am I singing
It's-
this at random times? It's in my head.
I
Lamb?
do it, and
Oh.
I can't. It's like
No,
a movie where I'm
so
like,
good.
I need to see it
Yeah.
again because I have to just
To
experience it
process it
again.
again,
Yes,
yeah.
to process it. Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think about it literally every day since I've seen it. So I have.
Wow. That's some high praise.
It's
See,
his
okay, I'm
best.
feeling that
I have
way
to
about
say it's his
Lamb.
best. Lamb, I gotta watch too.
I gotta watch it. I just got it.
I don't know if
I'm
I'm
gonna be real with you guys. I don't know who to recommend it to. I'm gonna be real. I'm like, I don't know who's gonna like this or not. I really have no clue.
I got it like
The-
an
the
hour
Pinky
before this, and
holders.
I was like,
I gotta
all
watch
right,
it.
I don't have time to watch it because
It's
it's what like almost 2 hours.
obscure. Like, let me just tell you, be prepared for. Just go and prepare for a very slow burn and
Okay.
some really obscure shit and
I have
some.
to pay attention.
You got
It
to
is
kind of search for the
A24,
theme.
It is
type of
8:24,
shit.
right? So what do you expect?
See, if you're saying it's a slow burn from A24, I know that I'm already gonna.
Yeah,
Not love it.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
know,
what it
right?
is. You know me. That's why it's like I can handle slow burns, but they have to be interesting. Because if they're not interesting.
Well, they are, and this one pulls you in, but I
Okay. As long
I'm
as
not
you said
gonna
that.
say that
It's okay.
you guys are gonna love it because I just don't know.
It's one of those you have no clue how people are gonna.
Hey,
No
I went
earthly
into
idea.
Midsommar feeling the exact same because everyone's like, "Oh, it's very slow, whatever," and then I ended up loving it. So that was just like,
You know what? I didn't like her like cry, whatever that cry scream.
I loved it. It literally
Whatever
it
that was.
shakes me to my bones
literally
like, every time.
goosebumps when she.
Yeah,
was like,
goosebumps.
"Oh,
No,
I'm
for
like,
me,
do we
I
do
was
it
like,
too?"
shut up. Like, it was like grating.
It's like, stop it.
I know. It was like, and then they all started doing it that one scene, and I'm like, stop. It was like nails on a chalkboard for me. I hate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That
But I
was-
like the movie, but I was like, what?
Director's
without
cut
this?
1,000 times better.
I just gotta say,
have to watch
Hereditary 1,000 times better, and I will die on that hill.
I will never watch
I
that
haven't
movie ever
seen it.
again.
I haven't seen it.
Thank
I
God,
haven't seen it.
Christian. It
Watch
starts
it.
Hereditary?
out.
You haven't seen Hereditary?
Yes. No, people told me. I don't know. People
I'm
said
gonna
if I like
definitely watch it.
Midsummer, I
Watch
wouldn't
it,
like
for sure.
Hereditary. That's
It
what I've
starts
heard from
out
people.
as a family psychological thriller. I'd
And
like
it
to
gets
call
better. And let
And
me
then
tell you,
it-
Yeah.
it is the best horror movie of the 2010s. That's only
Really?
coming from me. That's only coming
Okay.
from me. Nobody else in the room. But I
I'll
will
check
let
it.
you know.
I'll
I
check it
can't
out.
really. Oh,
it.
never
Ooh.
mind.
Ooh, that's a spicy take. That's a you can't talk.
Tony
Christian, 'cause
Collette
you-
deserved the Oscar that year. At least a nomination.
Yes,
I'm
that
gonna
I
say.
agree with. But they.
Oh no,
they
yeah,
hate horror.
she did a great job.
They
Yeah, they're
hate
like, here you
horror.
go, Spirit Awards. dude.
Whoa!
No shade, no shade.
I know.
Look,
I'm joking, I'm joking.
Film independent member here. I love you guys. But I'm just saying,
He
they
gets
kind
a
of just shoved her off. Like,
Leo gets
Not
that
good
email
enough
the
for
next
the
day.
Bye.
Christian, one horror recommendation. What you got?
Well, I was gonna go with Midsummer Director's Cut, but I'm gonna go with the newly founded Fear Street 1994.
I agree.
That
It
the
is
first one was
so
awesome.
So
good.
fun.
I love the entire trilogy. The third one kind of gets lost in translation. Not everyone's. Those Irish accents are just really really bad.
Yeah.
But
They were.
1994, it's like Stranger Things meets like Scream and all this. It's just
Yeah.
really good, and the story is
love
so
84.
interesting. It just ropes you in.
I agree.
Yeah, and I think it's the strongest of the three for sure. I think
agree.
it just
Yeah.
has like a great start. It's got great kills, which I thought it made better use of kind of like creating a main group and then spoiler alert, killing off like a lot of them because
Oh yeah.
the second one Man was like, I'm never coming back. But the second one, I thought,
Second one's good,
this
too.
one and the twist was
Love
like
it.
kind of
Before.
ruined a little.
Dude,
Like,
it
it
totally
has-
wasn't the freaking previews after they
It
showed it
was.
for 1994.
I know.
I
It
was like,
But
like
I know.
the twist itself, I didn't realize. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, but like it's from R.L. Stein. It ain't that
Yeah.
deep.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that wasn't too big a twist to
Yeah.
me. Like it wasn't one I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like, I was kinda like, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that
makes
was nice.
I
Yeah.
caught on very early. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, so
same
this
here.
cut
I
and this
I
cut
did-
were
I didn't.
together.
I didn't.
Super.
And
I like to be
also, I
surprised.
was like, oh, red hair.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
the older
it was
sister
like-
didn't have red hair, so I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, see, Jillian's hair looked more brown to me in
They-
the
they
when
tried
she
to
was.
hide it.
They tried to
They
make
tried.
people think
Sure
that.
did try. 'cause
Some
I was
people
like,
fell
that's
for
Jillian.
it. Others
I
did
did. I was one of those
Christian.
people.
Well, Christian is a newborn horror fan.
That is not
so-
true. I've been watching horror movies since 2019.
Lord have mercy.
Well, I mean, like
I
I've
said,
seen
I
I've
am
seen
not
horror
new.
movies prior, but this is when like 2019 is when I started getting interested in
Wait,
them. Like
wait,
I've
wait,
seen
what
them
year
before.
is it now?
Yeah, I know, right? I know. It hasn't been that long. It seems like forever ago, but it really hasn't been that long.
It's been a long couple of years, but
Yeah,
it's only
man.
been a couple of years.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
man, I've been watching horror movies since 1999, bro. Like,
Yeah, when I was a kid, I absolutely hated horror movies. Like,
Oh, they were always my favorite.
would not watch them unless like one of my friends like forced
Yeah.
me to.
I
But
couldn't do it.
that was it. I
busted
couldn't
in
do
the-
it.
I busted into my parents' VHS collection, found Child's Play 2, and that scared the shit out of me.
Hell
I was
no.
like, oh,
Wink, wink.
God, that's so scary. I still can't watch that movie without.
You know
thinking a
what
little bit at
one
least.
that's so stupid, but like it terrified me so much when I was younger that I like have a hard time watching it again is 13 Ghost. Like that one.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of
The ghost heads in the box, the one in the basement.
It was this cheesy now, but back I could see back
but
then it was
I
kind of like
I made my sister come into the bathroom with me for like a week. I was like,
I believe it though.
Oh my God.
Have you seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
What?
I've seen parts of it because my husband tries to I hate clowns.
Same.
I can't-
do too,
I can't
but
And
do
my
it.
husband, whenever it's on TV, he puts it on, and so I've not watched it collectively, but I hate everything I have seen. I don't like it at all. It's
I
very
promise,
scary.
as someone who shares a fear for evil clowns, it's not too bad. Like it's kind of like it's so goofy and silly that it's like, oh,
maybe if I was watching the actual, because he's flipping through the channels, you go on, and I'm like, what is this?
It's like clowns. We had to watch it in our horror lecture at 9 o'clock in the morning. So,
oh Lord,
fun times.
Killer
Yeah,
Clowns.
Yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We had the worst one that I watched in my horror lecture was Cannibal Holocaust. Do not recommend whatsoever.
Never seen that one.
Never.
The name sounds
just cannibal.
Right.
That's it.
Oh.
That's all you need to.
Right.
That's it.
Yikes.
Do not recommend 0 to 10.
Look, maybe not with that one.
No.
We
Not
watch
at all.
questionable ones, but
Yeah, Leo, watch Midnight Mass. It's very
Yes.
good.
Watch
I
Midnight
can't believe you
Mass.
haven't seen it. It's good.
I have so much on the plate, but once I get a second, I will
know.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we got to get through Titans, y'all. That's
Titans. We got
Please
2 episodes
end
left.
few
strong.
more
Three,
left.
technically.
Few more.
I just got a real quick spoil. What the hell was Donna doing in the forest? A couple episodes ago, I was like, what is
She
going
was
on?
like, I have to
bruh?
go back to Gotham. I was like, what? You're in
Traveling,
the
she's
what?
like, I'm just randomly fighting this old lady from Themyscira. I'm like, dude, what is happening right
Like, what
That was
trail are
weird.
you taking through the forest? Back to Gotham? Like,
back to a full
you can't
city.
do the bus? Oh,
But
God.
more recommendations. I got to go with Train to Busan. That is an amazing,
that's good.
amazing movie.
Yes.
Like some of the best horror adrenaline. I wouldn't call it necessarily like, I'm frightened, but like it's definitely got the adrenaline pumping rush of many horror movies, and definitely Scream. I mean, Scream's just that started it all for me. My aunt showed me Scream on VHS, and I was like,
Yep.
this is horror?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. I had seen Child's Play, and I was like, oh, I'm so scared. But then seeing that one, don't know how I wasn't scared of that intro, but I liked it. Liked horror ever since. That's definitely one of the best horror movie intros of all time.
Yeah.
That first
The
20
whole
minutes.
thing is
of
so good,
Barrymore.
though.
That's
love it.
The end when he's like, my mom's gonna be so mad at me.
like pretty sure she's gonna be more, my man.
I know. I'm like, you murdered people. Yeah, she's not gonna be thrilled with you.
Also, I knew Courtney as Gail Weathers before I knew her as Monica.
Interesting.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I didn't watch Friends till 2019.
2019. It was so long ago, though, Leo.
You
don't
and
worry.
Christian can shake hands.
2019.
Christian, fist bump.
Other way. Yay! Nailed it, guys. Good job. Good job.
All right, y'all. I think that's the perfect place to wrap things up. We'll just go around the room, tell people where they can find you and what's coming up on your channel. We'll start with our special guest, Tessa. Let the people know where they can find you.
Hey everyone, you can find me here on YouTube at Mama's Geeky, also mamasgeeky.com, Mama's Geeky on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, just a little. I'm trying. People keep telling me to use it more, so I'm trying. I'm getting there. I've got some super exciting stuff coming up. Season 3 review is going to be on Monday. I've got my Titans episode 11 reaction coming out on Thursday. And in 2 weeks, I will have already seen Eternals. So I will have my Eternals reaction can go up that night on Twitter. And then I believe it's like the 24th or something like that. Just stick around. That's when my review can go up. I'm also going to the Ron's Gone Wrong premiere, so that's going to be coming up soon too.
Love.
And yeah, lots of fun stuff. So come hang out with me. We'll do reactions. DC fandom's coming up, so I'm just gonna live at my computer that day.
Totally
I keep
forgot about
forgetting.
It's in like 2 weeks, I think.
So much in October.
Let me ask you guys. I don't think this fandom's gonna be as big as the last one.
No.
I don't know.
I think Zack Snyder's Justice League has such a crowd. Like I
need
don't
my
foresee
Young
this one
Justice
being-
season 4, Leo. That's all I need from all this. And a Batman trailer.
And it's gonna be a 10-minute panel, man. with a little-
I'm excited for Batman.
Yes, Batman.
I need a Black Canary confirmation, like an actual confirmation.
same.
We need to see
That's what I
some,
need.
not this
Yeah.
Peacemaker
Yeah.
stuff. Get this out of here.
Yeah, I see. I
I'm
already know I'm
excited
not
for
gonna get it, y'all. I
Peacemaker.
know I'm not gonna get it, but
Bloodsport.
something Green Lanterns, please.
He's been waiting for
Leo
you.
Poor Leo.
Every
Leo's
time.
gonna like die if it happens, though. Like, what would you do?
I'd be so mad if it's bad. Like I think I would probably shut it off.
Just be done with the whole thing.
Not even continuing the series, to be honest. But Nanda,
Yeah.
where can the people find you? And what's coming up?
Yeah, well, you guys can always find me over at AMX ND Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd, and my YouTube channel, Candid Cinema, my website, candidcinema.com. I'm going to wrap up my What If coverage because I've been slacking, but the finale's tomorrow, so I'll just do like an episode ranking probably. I have The Last Duel on Thursday. I have No Time to Die on Thursday, so it's going to be a very exciting weekend. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, No Time to Die, baby.
Yep.
So
That's
good.
okay.
Let me tell you.
Never
guys.
seen the Bond movie.
This. I'm
No,
sorry.
I had never seen one until like
I've
a
never
week
seen a
before I
Bond
knew
movie.
I was going to see No Time to Die. I was like, I better watch these Daniel Craig movies. And then now I'm obsessed with it, and I need to go
See?
back and watch.
I just don't like spy movies all that much.
Casino Royale is all I'll say. Because
I love Black Widow though.
Oh my God, Casino Royale.
Casino Royale's
top
next
tier.
level.
All
Still holds up 10 years later.
It's
Like
pretty
that
good.
movie's phenomenal.
That one and Skyfall. If you have to watch
Yeah,
any
Skyfall
Daniel
is-
Craig,
Yeah.
Both of them, yeah.
What's a Quantum of Solace? Forgettable as hell. Spectre. There's some stuff they did in Spectre that pissed me off. So I don't.
I
Spectre.
literally
Yeah,
don't
fuck
remember either of those, which is bad. But
Spectre. They bring in a classic James Bond villain, and let me tell you, Christoph Waltz does a great job, but everything else fucking sucks. So okay.
Oh my
Christian,
life.
man, what's coming up? Where can
Yeah.
people find you? And what's coming up on your channels?
All right, so you can listen to our podcast, Film Optix, that is Optics with an X, on platforms around the on podcast platforms around the internet. Excuse me, and we have a lot coming up. You can first and foremost, you can follow us over on Instagram and Twitter at Film Optix. Again, that's Optics with an X. We have our What If season finale dropping tomorrow. We also have our No Time to Die review that's going to be coming up, coming up Monday, and we're also going to be covering a movie series review of Harry Potter. So we're going to be starting that, starting up this coming up Sunday, along with, of course, like The Last Duel, Halloween Kills, everything else in October apparently, because this is going to be a crazy month, and it's going to be the death of me because we're pumping out so much stuff, and I'm just going to take it 1 week at a time. But definitely follow us, and you can also follow me over on my personal Twitter at Music City Nerd.
Right on, right on. Oops.
wow, what a transition.
I get mixed up between exit solo layout and remove.
Yeah.
But anyway, why does it look weird? It looks all.
It's like different now.
We switched.
Yeah, it's like-
That's why
It's like
okay.
everybody's bigger. I don't know. But guys, of course, you can find me here at Geekly Goods. If you're new to the stream, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And there's a lot coming up, y'all. You season 2, Titans, the end of that. Well, no, we've got a couple more episodes there, but I'll have a reaction for that later. What if coverage and a what if ranking. And I will be covering Denver Film Festival, so expect that kind of stuff in November. And DC Fandom, I'll be doing another big live stream, definitely getting some guests on for that. And I have a special guest interview. I'm sure you've heard of her before, but I'll leave it as a surprise for now for Latin X Heritage Month. And I'm excited for so much content coming up, guys. There's a lot. It feels like October is like overstuffed. November, there's like a little bit of a tumbleweed. And then we come back in December, and it's just like,
like-
No Way Home, all these other things. I'm like,
Yeah. I know.
What else
Yeah.
comes out in December? Oh, Book of
Matrix 4?
Boba.
Yeah.
Matrix 4
Book of
comes out in
Boba.
December?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that was next year. I thought that was next year.
I might have to be
No.
front row looking up for that one.
Oh, for
Yes,
sure. Oh, man, I didn't realize that was coming out in December.
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
A lot.
When is
But-
Ghostbusters? Is that-
Isn't it
Oh,
November?
that-
Ghostbusters
That's
is
November,
November, right?
November.
Oh.
They
yeah.
moved it, which is like
Because
it's
they moved it. I
Ghostbusters.
forget when everyone moves everything.
But it just doesn't make sense because
Hmm.
Ghostbusters, Halloween, ghosts.
I
Why
know.
are you
But
moving
also,
Halloween
like,
Kills.
Okay,
I didn't
Amanda,
need
I'm
something
just gonna
else in
say this.
October.
I
Which
did
is
not
also
need it.
true.
I
Well,
did
it
not
could
need
have
it to be
opened October
Halloween.
1st, to be perfectly honest, because it was only Venom, so you could have gone
Ooh,
head to
well,
head.
It might
Wait,
have
isn't
been
it also so?
bulldozed.
Am I wrong? Is this
I mean,
wrong?
like if every scary movie had to come out in October, it would be nothing but that. Like I don't need it to be October in order to watch a scary
But
movie.
that's the point of
The-
October.
the last the last duel
The
could have
whole
been
point
moved
of the
to
month
November.
is just
Yeah.
Literally, that's because
But No
Antlers
Time to
comes
Die in
out too.
November.
Yeah, No Time to Die should have been November. Move
Yeah.
Ghostbusters up. I think that would have been cool.
No Time to
Antlers,
Die should have been, yeah. Very
Antlers is
Thanksgiving-y.
also coming out
Oh, that's
finally
right.
the
Oh, that's
same day as
right.
Soho. Yeah, so it's a
Well,
double
Soho's
whammy.
better.
Ooh,
We
I
got
don't
French
know that for a
Dispatch.
fact, but-
We got French Dispatch the same weekend as Dune, I believe.
Yeah.
Double
Both.
Timmy.
There's some stuff,
Yay,
y'all. I'm gonna be
Timmy.
missing.
Go
I'm gonna be
Timmy.
missing some
Go-
shit. Like, I'm like,
He's gonna be picking and
Crazy.
choosing, y'all.
You
know
can't
Alan
skip
Hart
out
this
on Wes
situation.
Anderson. Come on.
yeah, I know.
I know. I'm excited for.
Do we have
I
West Side
love
Story as well? Is that December? Or is
Oh
that?
my
I don't
God,
care
that's
about West Side
December,
Story.
and
I don't
Oh,
wanna
let's
talk
just say
about
I have a
West Side
special
Story.
stream plan for that as well. 'Cause
Let's not do West Side Story.
I'm
Listen, let's-
excited.
we're not, and I'm taking a different approach to the West Side Story this time, so it's not. Gonna
I
be
don't
like
know
a,
why
"Yay!"
they didn't like. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't like what's his name because he's like
Steven Spielberg.
Ansel.
Salter. So yeah.
Oh,
so-
Ansel Elgort.
No, Ansel. Personally, I think that remaking a Best Picture winner doesn't make sense to me. That's like
It's
where
true.
I'm at. Like,
and
with
to
this.
not fix things
Yeah,
that were
not
problematic.
make it-
And on
Like,
top
why
of
are
it,
you-
it's a white director. Like, I'm not. I don't know,
right.
there's
That's
so
the thing.
many-
They could have fixed it.
Yeah.
If
there's
you're
so
gonna
many-
redo it, like fix the
not
problematic
modernizing certain
issues.
themes and phrases and things and rivalries. I'm just like, okay, we're getting
It's
Guys?
not it. It's just not it.
I won't
2021.
say anything.
one
I just
thing's
like
for
musicals,
sure, man.
y'all. Like I just want to go see it.
Just like Dear Evan Hansen, I'm like, looks problematic. Looks problematic. So I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But y'all stay tuned. We will have another GG and Friends in the next couple weeks. Got to do a little planning, y'all. And October's kind of busy, so we might be back in October. We might
If
be back
we're
in
alive.
November. Yeah, if we're alive after October. But guys, thank you so much for coming by, and we'll see you next time.